Greeting HMC friends. It's the 16th of December and a public holiday. But the greatest gift of today is the beautiful coolness after the extreme heat that we have been experiencing. It's like a balm to the soul and so very refreshing. But today, for us as South Africans, is Reconciliation Day. So I thought it would be apt to turn to Romans chapter 5 and to pick up from verse 6. You see, at just the right time, when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous man, though for a good man, someone might possibly dare to die. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this. While we were still yet sinners, Christ died for us. Since we have now been justified by his blood, how much more shall we be saved from God's wrath through him? For if when we were God's enemies, we were reconciled to him through the death of his Son, how much more, having been reconciled, shall we be saved through his life? Not only in this, so we also rejoice in God through our Lord Jesus, through whom we have now received reconciliation. And we thank God for that word as it comes to us today. Well, of course, the South African public holiday is not related to Advent at all. It actually comes out of our past and of how it has been changed and converted to be something positive to where we are as a nation. But it's such a beautiful statement as we prepare in Advent. For Advent is this beautiful expression that God so loved us. We were at odds with God, and generations and people have always been at odds with God. And God had promised covenants to come and to say, I want to reconcile with you. I want to make these covenants so that we may live in harmony and in peace, and I will save you. And the expression of that reconciliation was the birth of Jesus there in Bethlehem, placed in a manger. And so today, maybe while it's cooler, hopefully being a public holiday, there's maybe an extra moment, is to be reminded that God has created this moment for you and for me. That maybe I just need to take a step back and to remember this is what God has done for me. A moment that we would be able to respond within our hearts. Because of this, and because of this gift, is why we come and worship. It was for this reason that the shepherds came from the hills. It was for this reason that the Magi traveled from the east. It was for this reason they offered and they glorified God. So, in Advent preparation, we stop to remember that God created a way to reconcile ourselves with the ultimate being through Jesus Christ, that we may see God in all the fullness. It might also be a good time today to think about those that we are not reconciled with. That as God reconciles us through Jesus, maybe we need to be working on some of our own reconciliation. But whatever it is, if you're putting up the Christmas tree today, or putting the feet up, or maybe if you're working, take care and God bless. And of course, with Omicron, we know we need to be particularly careful about washing those hands, wearing our masks, and that social distancing. And for those of you who are maybe in isolation at the moment, we send our love and our blessing. Take care, and God bless.